back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shay and I share all things lifestyle and home. So if that is something you would enjoy, I'd love for you to stick around and subscribe and help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers because we are getting so close, which is so exciting. But anyway, for today, I thought that I would just bring you guys along as I kind of give our home a little refresh for late summer. I'm calling it late summer even though it's more the middle of summer, but I feel like we're kind of winding down from everything summer-wise just because the holidays are kind of over. So since the 4th of July has passed, since Memorial Day has passed, all of that, I kind of want to get rid of the patriotic decor, which don't get me wrong, I loved it and I thought it was super festive and it was my very first time decorating with the patriotic theme this year. So I really did like it, but I'm also just kind of ready for it to go right now. I just have been craving more of a neutral, clean palette for the rest of summer before I bring in all of my fall decor. So that is what we are doing today. I think first I'm just going to start taking everything down and kind of consolidate it into a pile. And where this pile is going, I am not really sure because we live in an apartment and our storage is very limited, but I've also never decorated for the 4th of July before, so I don't even have a bin. I don't have a dedicated patriotic decor bin, so we are gonna figure that out. Also, quick side note, I woke up with the most painful jaw this morning. It's like right in front of my ear on my left side, kind of where like your jaw hinges. It is incredibly sore. I've taken ibuprofen, I've put some heat on it for a while, but I can just not open my mouth very far. And I've had problems with my jaw for basically my entire life. I can't open it too far or it will shift weird out of place, but it doesn't usually hurt just on the daily. It only ever hurts if I keep it open super wide. So I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if it's just a weird flare up. I also don't know why I'm sharing this, but basically it is just so painful today. So if you see me just holding on to my jaw, that would be why. But anyway, we are gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna pull all of the decor down and give our space a little refresh. We're gonna go ahead and get started in the living room. So this is what we have to work with on this side. This is a little pile of Facebook Marketplace items that I need to sell. So just ignore that, but this is kind of the patriotic decor. Nothing crazy on this side because again, it's the first year that I added patriotic decor, so my collection isn't super big. But let's go ahead and start taking this down. This little basket DIY that I made for our blanket ladder was one of my favorite additions this year. And when I decorated in my 4th of July video, I just used a piece of packing tape to put this bow on there. And I asked for suggestions and a lot of you gave some great ideas, but I ended up coming up with my own solution. So I used this bobby pin here to kind of go through this twine area. So I just put it this way so that it was upright. And then I put a little safety pin on the back of the bow here so that I could actually just kind of slip it over the bobby pin like that. Hopefully that makes sense, but that's what I did for the basket. I know that's kind of niche, but maybe you have a basket that you were trying to figure out how to fasten a little bow or just decorative piece on the front, and that is what I did. A lot of people also recommended threading a little bread tie through their bow, and then you can kind of finagle it through the wicker, which would also be a good idea, but this is just what worked for me. So that is my little bow that I had on, and I'm trying to decide what I want to do with this basket because I feel like if I take out just the blue baby's breath, the white cosmos would be really pretty. And I actually might have some light pink cosmos that I can add in as well. So I think that's probably what I'll do. But for now, I think I'm just going to take out the blue pieces. And then I'm also going to take off this red ribbon just for right now until I find a different ribbon. So I'm just going to actually just use this little S hook. It's what I typically use. So I'm just gonna put that on there for now, and eventually I'll find maybe a little cream colored ribbon to replace that. I need to refluff the couch, so don't mind the wrinkles, but I actually had a blue pillow over there and another one over here. I put them away a few days ago because I needed the inserts for some other pillows, so I'll share those in a second. But I wanted to also just share this little flag pillow again. So this pillow is actually just a plain pillow that I got from Target several years ago, and I made this little DIY flag, and I just attached it with my stitchy gun, so it's basically like you're tagging clothing. So I only did 2 at the top just because we usually throw this pillow to the side when we sit on the couch anyway. So I just need to cut these off, but it's super nice. It's worked great, and I like that we still have a plain pillow to keep out instead of having a very specific holiday pillow that I have to put away. So very happy that I did this. I'm gonna go grab some scissors and cut this flag off. I just finished up the living room, so I've set all of our decor just on our island for now, but now I need to go through and take all of our decor down from our kitchen. And again, it's nothing crazy. It's mainly just little flags that I've placed around, some ribbon, and just other odds and ends. So let's go ahead and start working on that. I had to mention the sourdough while I'm taking off the ribbon from our cake stand because I just got started on my sourdough journey. So this is my second loaf. We're getting there. Dylan likes to use it for his sandwich bread, which is why it's cut up into little pieces, but it's a learning curve for sure. I am in no position to give a tutorial because I'm very much still learning, but I've been enjoying the process and I plan to make a bunch more things with it. So if you guys want to see a video with my sourdough journey, with different recipes that I've tried, then let me know in the comments. Guys, I am so sad because I thought I had this brilliant idea to use the little wooden frame that I've had and then just pop on a temporary little picture, and it was so cute and I loved it, but I don't know if you can super tell, but it actually pulled away the paint on the actual art piece, which I don't know why I didn't think about it doing that before. It's just not even anything that I considered, but now I'm not really sure what to do. Let me show you it up close so you can kind of see what I mean. So this is my sad little painting. It's blue because I was using the little Loctite kind of sticky stuff before, and then I pulled it off and saw that it ruined the painting. So when I put it back up, I just used Scotch tape the next time, and I don't feel like the Scotch tape created any additional damage, but now I'm not sure what to do. The local place that I got this from still has frames like this. I just haven't found this exact painting and I just love it. But my painting skills are definitely, I don't really think capable of fixing that. So I'm not quite sure what to do. One thing that I thought of was just scrapping the idea of ever being able to use that painting again, and then maybe just ordering some other photos just like this one that I had here. So I just ordered this off of Etsy and printed it out at Walgreens and cut it in a circle. And I thought that maybe I could just do this for a bunch of different seasons and maybe tape a little paper clip on the back. And then up on this, I could just glue a magnet kind of where the blue mark is so I can just easily swap them out. That was one idea I had, or I could try and see if I can paint this again. I officially have all of our patriotic decor down. There's a few things you didn't see me take down, like this bell in the back or this little picture frame. And those were on the console table in our hallway. But here is my full collection of patriotic decor. So really nothing crazy. I DIY'd a lot of it, so this was all very budget friendly. And then things like the bells were actually from our Christmas decor, which was great because I was able to repurpose them. And then the flags that I used and placed around everywhere were like $14 $7. It came in a huge pack. I think it came in a pack of 24. So this is not even half of them. And those made a really big difference around our apartment. So I loved those. The ribbon was very affordable. I got this off of Amazon. These were the pillow covers that I was talking about. So these were also on our couch, and I got these from Amazon as well. And then this underneath that was on the blanket ladder is actually a table runner. So it's a lot more affordable than regular throw blankets. And then the artwork was also very affordable. Like I said, I just downloaded a lot of them off of Etsy and printed them at Walgreens. And then these books I thrifted, you can see they were $1 and $1.50. I did not get around to taking the price tags off of those, but there you go. That is my patriotic decor collection. And now I need to go figure out where all of it is gonna go. Okay, I ended up clearing out this white bin that I had in my closet. It only had a pair of snow pants in it, so I figured that I would go ahead and use this. These are actually the same bins that we have all of our decor in, kind of organized in different categories, and they're a great size. They fit on the shelves that I have in the storage closet really nicely. So this is what we've been using. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting the 4th of July decor in there. I really just need to go through all of my decor and get rid of things that I don't use very often and kind of just make a better organization system now that I've gotten more things. Because the thing about me is that I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make my home decor fit because I love buying home decor. It is my favorite thing in the world. It's what I post about all of the time, and it's just how I make our space feel very cozy and just refresh it from time to time. So the home decor shopping is not stopping anytime soon, but unfortunately, our storage does not grow with our home decor collection. So I'm just gonna have to kind of see what we can do, maybe come up with a better system. I also considered possibly getting a storage unit close by, but it's always just a pain having to go off-site and bring all of the bins here. I just like having it in our home. So we're gonna have to figure out a good solution. Okay, I'm gonna go through all of this and put it in the bin, and I will catch up with you guys when I'm done and we can start kind of refreshing and redecorating a few little spaces in the kitchen and living room. I got that taken care of, sort of. I put everything in the bin, but the bin is just currently sitting on our guest bed because there is no room in our storage closet. So I'm gonna have to move some things around, do a little bit of Tetris and figure out where everything is going to go. But obviously I'm in the living room now, so I thought that we would do a little bit of redecorating. And I honestly don't feel like there's too much to do. I didn't have a ton of decor that I took away anyway, so it's really just filling in the gaps here and there. But I do have these stems that I want to bring back out. I think I'll take them out of the vase, but they've just been in our room for the time being. But I just love the color. I think they are so pretty for the summer. So I'm gonna pop them out of this vase and kind of rearrange things a little bit. So I have these, and then I also have these ones. They're just some light pink cosmos, and this was also up before I added 4th of July decor. So I'm kind of just bringing them back out. I'm just gonna kind of fill in the gaps here and there and see what looks good. But before we do that, I figured I would just go ahead and dust before we add a little bit more decor. So let's jump to that, and then we'll make it pretty. I just gave the room a good quick dust, and I kind of put things back where they were, but now I'm gonna start decorating and adding a few things. So I have these pillows. These were the ones that were on the couch before I added the 4th of July decor. So I swapped these ones out with the blue little pinstripe floral pillows that I showed you. So these ones are going to go back out. I think they are so cute. They are from Amazon, so I will link them down below. But I'm gonna add these back to the couch. And then I think with the middle pillow, I'm probably probably just going to put it back on our accent chair and move the pillow that's on our accent chair into our basket. I think that's the plan for now. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now I think I'm gonna do a little switcheroo with the vases. So I think I'm going to put this one back on that table. Then I'm gonna use this vase to put on the coffee table and add these stems. And then those stems, I think I might put in this white vase that I have, if that made any sense at all. Shelves took me quite a while. I kept changing the placement of everything, but I think I'm happy with this. I just used what I had, and most of this was already styled on the shelves. I just kind of rearranged it to give it a new look. So this is what we have here, and then I took the picture of Christ that was up on the top shelf and I moved it over to the center of the console. I always just like having it front and center, whether that's on the console table or up on the shelves, so I'm happy with it there. And then again, this is what the shelves look like. So here is a closer view. I think this little candlestick holder is perfect to hold matchsticks, so I just placed that there. And I always love styling with books, so I have books on that shelf, I have books on that shelf, and then I also swapped out this storage box on the bottom. It's the exact same one that I have over here, but this one's a little bit smaller. So I just grabbed the bigger size for the bottom, and I think it just fills out the space a little bit more. So that is what we have there. I didn't really change anything on the console table other than the picture, so that is the same. And then over here, this is what I have for the coffee table. So I swapped out the matchstick holder that I just shared and I put this over here instead. So it's this little glass cloche. And then you saw me swap out the stems with that vase. So I think that looks really pretty. And then the last thing that I want to do in this space is possibly add some pink cosmos to this basket just to give it a little bit more color. I feel like as I'm looking at this side of the room, it feels very bare right now, but it's probably because with the 4th of July, I had a lot more pillows and I had the flag banner up on the canvas. So it just looks a little plain right now, and I'm trying to figure out ways to add a little bit more color and dress it up. Eventually for this wall, I would love to get some picture molding. I think that would look super cute. And they have peel and stick picture frame molding that you can get off of Amazon. So I think that would be really fun. That's an addition for another day. So we're gonna go ahead and try out the pink cosmos and see what we think. Okay, finished decorating, and we're gonna take a little pause from all of the organizing because I forgot that I was going to do a crock pot dinner tonight, and it's already 4 o'clock, but luckily it says you can cook on high for 2 to 3 hours, which means dinner will be around 6 or 7. I hate that I laugh at that. It's so dumb. Anyway, so I'm just gonna grab out everything that we need and quickly whip this up. Just added our dinner to the crock pot. So it's just one that I found on Pinterest. It's crock pot Cajun butter chicken. If you are interested in the recipe, I will link it down below so that you can also try it. But anyway, I wanted to jump back into the living room real quick and share what it looks like. So I actually think that I like the pink cosmos up there. I would probably prefer a little bit of a different color, especially since these flowers here on the coffee table are a little bit more mauve or purplish. refresh. They definitely have a color difference, but I don't think it looks bad. So I'm gonna keep those there for now just to add a little extra pop of color. And then I also added this pillow on the couch. I just think it adds a little bit more, and in person, it doesn't look as full and maybe cluttered as it does on the camera. I don't know, I think it's pretty, and I actually like having a smaller pillow on the chair a little bit better. So this is what we have for now, but I'm super happy with it. I think it turned out really cute. Over in the kitchen is basically the same. I didn't change any of the decor. I just took down the patriotic decor. So nothing is really different over here, but I just feel like it looks lighter and more refreshed for summer. So I'm happy to have this until we decorate for fall. But now I'm gonna go ahead and start taking pictures of these few items here to sell on Facebook Marketplace. I have these little drawer sets that I need to sell. They're in little sections of 3, so I need to sell those. These are a pair of shoes that Dylan got me, and we missed the return window, but they're just a little bit too small. And these are some old pillows that aren't really my style anymore, but they may be someone else's. So I'm gonna list those. And then over here, I have a donate pile. I need to take a bunch of this just to the DI. It's seriously the most random things, but I have some fake flowers. We have a Halloween costume, Dylan's old scrubs. We just have the most random things. So I need to donate that. I'll probably take a trip later this evening, and then I need to go take the garbage out. So that is what I am going to do for the rest of the night. But that is it for today's video. So I hope that you guys enjoyed just spending the afternoon with me, taking down the decor and giving our space a little refresh. Like I said, it just feels a lot lighter, a lot brighter, and I'm honestly just happy to have it very plain and simple for the next little while before I add in all of my fall touches. Because when I do my fall decor, we go in pretty heavy with a lot of layers and textures and garlands, and it is just my favorite, but it is a lot. So I'm happy to just kind of have this little switch up for now. Let me know when you guys decorate for fall, because I'm planning my videos to hopefully be end of August, early September. I always like to get my decorating and shopping videos out a little bit early just so that you have time to go get things and get all the inspo. But let me know when you typically start decorating and just getting excited for fall in general. Maybe you're already excited for fall. I definitely am. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed again. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, because I have a bunch of exciting videos coming soon, including all of the fall videos that I just talked about. But that is it for today. I'm gonna go get my things done and enjoy, hopefully, our yummy crock pot dinner tonight. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, friends.